My beloved child, you have walked a long road, haven't you? You have carried burdens through seasons of laughter and tears, of building and losing, of loving and letting go. You have tasted the sweetness of routine, the comfort of knowing what tomorrow holds. Yet now the ground beneath you feels unfamiliar. The people, places, and patterns that once gave rhythm to your life seem to be slipping away, like a shoreline disappearing behind you as the boat drifts into deeper waters. I know it feels like something precious is fading. The house is quieter than it used to be. The calendar no longer fills like it once did. The voices that once called your name have grown silent or distant. And though you may not say it out loud, a question lingers in your heart. What now, Lord? Where do I belong in this season of shadows? Listen closely, child. I am still here. I have not moved. I have not forgotten. When the familiar fades, I remain constant. I am the same God who walked with you through your first heartbreak, your first triumph, your long nights, and your early morning prayers. I am the God of your youth, your middle years, and yes, of your aging days. I do not abandon the ones I love. I do not grow weary of you. My presence is not seasonal, nor is my love tied to your productivity. I see you now as fully as I did when your hands were strong and your schedule was full. Do you think that I only speak in the noise? Do you believe my voice requires the hum of busyness to be heard? No, child. I whisper loudest in the stillness. I speak most tenderly when all else grows quiet. This moment, this very hour, is not a void. It is a sanctuary. You stand now on sacred ground, even if the world no longer recognizes its holiness. Yes, the familiar has faded. And yes, the change has been painful. But pain is not punishment. It is the groaning of something new being birthed. It is the stretching of your soul toward eternity. I am weaning you, lovingly, from temporary comforts, so you can discover the eternal treasure hidden deeper within. You are not being erased. You are being refined. You see, child, you were never meant to live forever in the comfort of what is known. I called Abraham out from the land he understood. I led Moses through a wilderness that had no map. I drew David out from the quiet of shepherding into the chaos of kingship. And now, I call you, not backward into what was, but forward into what remains unseen. Because what lies ahead is not lesser. It is not emptier. It is my invitation to come even closer. Do not be afraid to let go. What you held for so long served its purpose. The roles you played, the work you did, the people you nurtured, all of it was good. But now, I am inviting you into a deeper intimacy. I am stripping away the outer layers of identity so that you may finally see who you are beneath them all. My child, my image bearer, my beloved. The world may no longer ask for your opinion, but I do. The world may overlook your wisdom. I treasure it. Others may walk faster now, but I walk with you at your pace. You are not forgotten. In fact, now more than ever, I am drawing near to you. The quieter your life becomes, the more room there is for my voice. You may feel uncertain, but I am not uncertain about you. You may feel weaker in body, but your spirit is stronger now than ever. Years have seasoned your soul. Decades of walking with me have softened your heart to the sound of my whisper. You are not in decline. You are in the deepening. This is not a retreat. It is a return to what matters most. So come, let me lead you through this wilderness of change. Let me teach you how to see not with the eyes of fear, but with the eyes of faith. Yes, you have lost some things, but you have not lost me. You will never lose me. And though the world may move on quickly, I want you to know, I linger with you. I delight in the stories you carry. I remember every tear you cried and every smile you gave when no one else noticed. Your past is not forgotten, and your present is not wasted. You still matter, immensely. Every breath you take still carries purpose. There is fruit yet to be harvested from your life. fruit that can only come from seasoned soil. Others may not see it, but I do. Your prayers now carry a weight born from decades of faith. Your kindness now reflects a gentleness that comes only through suffering and trust. Your very presence, your faithfulness in these later years, is a testimony to my goodness. So take heart. Though the landscape around you has changed, my promises have not. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. When the familiar fades, I remain. When the lights dim, I shine brighter. When others walk away, I draw closer. Rest in me, dear one. Let your soul settle into my embrace. Let go of the need to understand everything, and instead cling to me. I am not finished with you. I have never been finished. And as long as there is breath in your body, there is purpose in your life. The road ahead may be quieter, but it is not empty. It is full of me. Let us walk it together. My dear child, you may feel like you have been wandering in a place without markers, without clear direction, without a sense of where home is anymore. The wilderness you find yourself in now is not made of deserts or dry lands, but of unfamiliar days, unfamiliar thoughts, and a life that feels too quiet, too slow, and sometimes too forgotten. But hear me, I see you. I see you in this wilderness. You may not recognize this place, but I do. I have led many of my beloved into such sacred spaces, not to abandon them, but to reveal myself more clearly. The wilderness is not a punishment. It is a meeting place. It is the altar where distractions fall away, and all that remains is you and me. In this season of your life, when others may overlook you, when you no longer feel central to the world's conversation, I want you to know that my eyes are fixed upon you. I am not a distant God who glances at the young and the strong while forgetting the aged and the weary. No, I draw nearer to you now, not further. In fact, the more the world turns its gaze elsewhere, the more intently I look upon you. Every sigh you release in the solitude of your room I hear. Every memory that rises uninvited in the middle of the night, I see it. Every ache in your body, every prayer that sounds like a whisper of doubt, I see, I hear, I know. You may ask, why, Lord, must this part of my journey feel so isolating? And I answer you with the same voice I used in the wilderness of my servant Elijah, when he too felt alone, forgotten, afraid. I did not come to him in the whirlwind or the fire. I came in a still, small voice. That is how I am coming to you now. Not in the noise, but in the stillness. Not in the crowd, but in the quiet. I see you when your hands are no longer needed like they once were. I see you when your calendar stays empty. I see you when you sit by the window and wonder if anyone remembers. I see you when you walk slowly, when your body carries pain, when your mind wrestles with questions that used to have easy answers. I see you not as broken or forgotten. I see you as treasured, refined, deeply known. You are not invisible to me. You never have been. Even now, when the wilderness tries to whisper lies about your value, I speak louder. You are mine. You are loved. You are seen. This wilderness is not wasted. You think that because things are quieter, your influence has disappeared. But that is not how I measure value. I see the faithfulness that lingers even when no one else does. I see the humility that only years of living can shape. I see the patience, the wisdom, the gentleness, the endurance. These are the fruits of the Spirit ripened in you through decades of walking with me. These are not small things. These are eternal things. You have entered a sacred season, and while it may not feel like the harvest fields of youth, it is holy ground nonetheless. The wilderness strips away the illusion of control, of identity found in titles, of love measured by usefulness. It teaches you to rely on my presence alone, and when everything else is silent, my voice becomes unmistakable. There is no distance in the wilderness that can hide you from me. There is no loneliness too deep that my spirit cannot fill. I see you in every forgotten corner, I walk with you on every unfamiliar path. I am as close to you now as I was in the days of your greatest strength, perhaps even closer, because now your heart leans fully on me. You have not outlived your worth. You are not too old to hear me. You are not too weary to carry my glory. The wilderness is where I raise up prophets, where I heal the brokenhearted, where I whisper callings into souls ready to listen. You are in such a place now. I know it doesn't feel like the land of promise. It feels barren. But what you call barren, I call fertile soil for faith. What you call lost, I call a path to deeper knowing. What you call quiet, I call a symphony of stillness, where I am composing new songs in your spirit. So do not fear this wilderness. Do not run from it. Walk with me in it. Let me open your eyes to see what cannot be seen by the world. Let me tune your ears to the frequency of my eternal voice. Even here, in what feels like the end of something, I am beginning something new. A deeper trust, a quiet joy, a peace that passes understanding. You will learn to recognize my presence not by what you feel, but by what you know. And you will know that I, the Lord your God, am with you. I see you. I always have. My beloved child, before your bones were formed, before your first breath filled your lungs, before a single wrinkle graced your skin, I made a covenant with you. Not a fragile promise that shifts like the winds of time, but a holy bond, etched not on stone, but deep within your soul. A living word spoken into your spirit from the very moment I crafted you in secret. You may not have always seen it. You may have doubted it, forgotten it, run from it, or misunderstood it. But it was always there. You carry my covenant within you like a sacred flame that has never gone out, even through the coldest nights of your life. Let me remind you now, you are mine. Not because of what you've done or failed to do, not because of how long you've lived or how strong you once were. You are mine because I said so. I made you from love, not from need, not from chance. You were created in my image, carved by my hands, breathed into by my spirit. And that image, though weathered by time and pain, has never been erased. It remains, unshaken, unbroken. In this season of your life, you may feel that the pages of your story are nearly written. You may wonder if the promises I made long ago have faded with time. But child, time has no power over my word. My promises do not wear out. What I spoke over you when you were young, I am still speaking now. And what I planted in your spirit decades ago is still growing. Even now, especially now. This covenant is not dependent on how much you can do for me. It is not rooted in your strength or your clarity of mind. It is not weakened by your aches, nor broken by your limitations. It is sealed in grace. It is covered by my faithfulness, not yours. And it remains unshaken, even as the body grows tired and the days grow short. You carry a legacy in your spirit, something eternal, something divine. My covenant with you includes every moment you trusted me in the dark, every time you prayed when you were afraid, every act of kindness no one else saw, every quiet obedience, every tear you shed in surrender. These are sacred offerings, held in my hand like priceless treasure. Do not be deceived by the whispers that tell you your best days are behind you. The world measures greatness by speed, by noise, by youth. But I do not. I measure by faithfulness, by surrender, by love. And what I see in you now is a heart more prepared than ever to carry the weight of my glory. You are closer now to eternity, yes. But that does not mean you are far from purpose. It means your soul is becoming more aware of what truly matters. My covenant is not only for the beginning of life, it is for every season. I do not revoke it when you can no longer run. I do not rewrite it when your memories start to fade. It does not weaken when you forget verses or names or how to pray with eloquence. My covenant is stronger than your frailty. It lives in your spirit, not in your ability. It is written in heaven, and no one, no disease, No weakness, no time, can erase it, and that covenant says this: I am your God, and you are my beloved. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. I will finish the good work I began in you. And when your last breath comes, it will not be the end. It will be the beginning of seeing with your eyes what your spirit has always known. So do not let discouragement settle into your bones. Lift your head, child. Look at me. You may not see your value in the mirror, but I see it clearly. You may not feel significant anymore, but to me, you are irreplaceable. You are part of a holy lineage of those who have walked with me over many years. Those whose lives shine with a quiet brilliance the world may not notice, but heaven surely does. Even now there are souls around you who still need what you carry. A word of wisdom spoken in love. A silent prayer offered in the night. A presence that testifies, just by being, that I am faithful through every season of life. You are not empty. You are not finished. You are a living vessel of my covenant. Let your heart rest in this. You were chosen. You were called. You are sealed. And nothing, no mistake, no fading memory, no worldly measure, can undo that truth. My covenant is more than a promise. It is your eternal identity. So stand firm, even if your body trembles. Speak boldly, even if your voice is soft. Love deeply, even if your days are fewer now. For my spirit is alive in you. My covenant is written in your soul, and the light you carry will shine, not just for the rest of your days here, but forever. This is my promise. This is my word. And my word never returns void. My precious one, you have taken many steps in your lifetime. You have walked through joy and sorrow, through abundance and scarcity, through laughter and silence. You have taken steps as a child full of wonder, as an adult filled with responsibility, as a parent, a spouse, a friend. You've walked long roads, climbed hard hills, and stood your ground through storms. But hear me now. I am not done leading you. There are still steps to take. I know what the world says. It says you have done your part. It suggests that your race is winding down, that your role is over, that now is the time to rest in the shadows while the younger take the stage. But the world does not know my ways. The world does not see with my eyes. I see your steps not as slowing, but as sacred. I see this stage of your journey not as retirement from purpose, but as refinement for deeper impact. There are still paths I will guide you through, still souls I will touch through your presence, still divine whispers I want to share with you that only come in the quiet of these later years. You may walk slower now, but you walk deeper. Every step you take now is more deliberate, more prayerful, more eternal. You are not moving backward. You are walking closer to me. And with every step that remains, I am there, guiding, sustaining, revealing. Yes, there are steps you've yet to take. Steps into conversations that will carry healing. Steps toward people who still need the comfort only you can give. Steps into prayers that will shift generations to come. Steps into moments of worship so profound that heaven rejoices. You may not be planting new fields, but you are gathering the last fruit, the ripest harvest. You are stepping into legacy. Do not look at your hands and say they are too weak. Do not look at your body and say it is too tired. Remember Moses, whose greatest calling came after 80. Remember Anna, the prophetess, who worshipped and spoke my truth in her old age. Remember Abraham and Sarah, who bore my promise not in their youth, but in their surrender. I do not measure readiness by age. I measure it by openness. And your heart, dear one, it is wide open now. It has been softened by time, prepared by struggle, matured by grace. You are more ready than ever to walk in intimacy with me. Every remaining step you take, no matter how quiet, carries eternal weight. This is not a time to fade away. This is a time to walk boldly into what still remains. I still have more to show you. There are deeper revelations you could not have received when you were busy building, running, striving. But now you are in a place of sacred listening, and I am speaking. Listen for me in the rustle of trees as you sit outside. Listen for me in the quiet moments between visitors. Listen for me when you open my word again, not to study, but to absorb. I will guide you. I will give you peace, and I will give you strength, not always for running, but for rising. Yes, there will be days when your steps feel small, days when you wonder if anything still matters. But hear this from my heart to yours. Every step taken in faith, no matter how slow or unseen, echoes in eternity. Every act of love, every prayer spoken in secret, every hand extended in kindness, it all matters. There are young eyes watching you now. There are hearts learning from your endurance. You may not realize it, but your very life, your continued faith, your quiet trust, is a sermon louder than any words. You are living testimony that I am faithful from beginning to end. Let me walk these final steps with you. Don't try to rush them. Don't try to compare them to the steps of your past. These are different steps. Slower, yes, but sacred. Purposeful. Eternal. This is not a decline. This is the culmination. You are not walking toward loss. You are walking toward fullness, toward the promise I made you, toward the reward I prepared for you, toward the face you have longed to see. And until that moment comes, there is still life here to live, still souls to love, still moments to cherish, still steps to take. So get up, even if slowly. Open your eyes each morning with expectancy, not resignation. Ask me, Lord, what step today? And I will answer. I will guide you, not just until your last breath, but into the life beyond it. You were never meant to finish this race alone. I am with you until the end and beyond it. Walk with me, child. You are not done. I am not done. The steps you've yet to take are some of the holiest you've ever walked. And when the final step comes, you will not fall. You will rise.